Hello everyone, welcome back to ZOR, Pilgrimage of the Slorfs. There has been another update, and now I think a bunch of the language and prompts have been changed to make things a little bit clearer, and some of the UI has been changed and whatnot. So let's go and see what's different. We will restart a new one of these. Should we mess around with some blessings and some burdens? Make it, I mean, we could do this. We could go and see how that goes. Let's not even look into it too much. Let's just take everything that's occurring and see how it goes. Right, so we've got a tree with dead tree, obstacle, tree, harvest, gain resource sticks. There's guard bug, grimp, runt, mushroom sticks, and a petroglyph up there. Currently, we are Gorb. So, for now, I think I'm just going to walk onto that stick. Up here, we want to kill this guard bug. So, I'm going to lazy move one, attack once. Then all this stuff is going to try and come down this cliff. Then we got a really thin deck, don't we? Let's go. Motivate 1, 2, 3. Here we can lazy again because we've got. Oh, there's the other sticks there. There's extra sticks. Awesome. We're gonna go lazy here, and I'm gonna walk through those two mushrooms. Now we need to attack and then step back if we don't want to get hit back by this thing. Here we want to harvest this tree. Oh, the whole tree disappeared. It used to be just the sticks went. Now the whole tree is gone. Here, let's just walk one to hit them. I would like to use the motivation on this side, I think. So over here, it's a bit awkward, but I'm going to play lazy to get to these mushrooms. Then I'm going to walk here for one to hit that because I want the extra motivation steps to get up this cliff, because it takes 2 actions to get up a cliff. I'm going to discard swipe for 1. Then here, I don't need these mushrooms as badly. Hulga is probably not going to be able to make the long walk round, though. So we'll spend 3 of our food to come up here, get a 2 food rebate. We don't have any water, so we're not going to be able to harvest this old stump unless we get hurt doing it. Honestly, I think it might be worth it in a second. Oh, we're full. How are we full on food? How have we done that? Alright, well, if we're full on food, we got food to burn. This is a 4 mushroom patch, so I'm going to grab that. Then we'll waltz through there, and now we can all contribute to the collection of stuff in the center. We will motivate to here and learn about the nut flinger. And then step down. Lazy, we'll grab that and that. Walk, we'll grab this. And now we don't have any water to burn, but this loses 1 HP to grab that. End our turn. And make a camp. So we got everything. We took 1 damage. I think we might heal 1 back at camp already with one of the boons that we took. Yep, we're back at full health. Let's go to crafting. So, small fire or planning. Normally I go small fire first, but we start with a little bit more health or we could go for a walking stick. Let's just take this. Seems like we're going to be in for a lot of extra sticks and stuff in the upcoming rounds. We have 2 whole XP to spend. Which is not a lot. But I will upgrade Harvest into Forage. And we'll get on to area number 2. So we've got Branch Stump, Obstacle, Harvest, Gain Card Branch. There is the new fish animation in the pond rather than just the rippling water. It's much easier to see that you can get the fish out of there now. Some long grass we can harvest. A bunch of flying stuff. Extra petroglyphs. Over here right now, I would love to be able to harvest this branch. But really we can't. So I'm just going to walk 1 step to here. And here I'm going to swipe 1 on that to get that out of the way. The turret rotates. We can be shot across the void by the ranged attack creatures. That is unpleasant. You'll also notice that the turrets are now in the turn order as well, which is much clearer. Over here then, let's spend an explore to do that and get rid of the evade. And then you have a range of 2. But only 1 action. I'm actually going to play a lazy here. Hit that and then step back into these mushrooms so we don't have to ever go back towards those. Everything else flies around. This has 1 HP. So let's go motivation. We'll get that, and then I don't want to be on the spikes at the end of the turn. But we'll come to here. Here we're going to harvest this tree. Underflock nest. Harvest, remove spikes. End round, 1 damage to Slorf unless flying. Interesting, we can now harvest underflock spikes. But right now, I just want this branch. Gets rid of the whole tree again. We're continuing to be shot across the gap. There's a rock on the ground there. I hadn't noticed that. I'm just going to walk to this, though. And here... I'm going to move over to there so that we can't be shot by the flying one. Motivation is perfectly timed because that allows me to hit this twice. I'm going to... We have no water left. I'm going to break that branch so we can walk over there more easily. We're going to get shot here. That's fine. Now, I've realized now that the underflock nests don't go up and down every turn. They've changed that behavior. Now, I want to harvest this, but right now the underflock nests and everything else is just kind of in the way. I'm going to go grab those, and I'm going to waltz over to that food. So we're going to need the harvest card to come up eventually to deal with a lot of these problems that we're having. I don't really want to throw the stone because I'd rather have the resource. I'll step to there. We are in range of getting shot here, so step to there. They rotate again. They continue to try and chase us down. I'm just going to discard a stone for free. Now, I want the fish. I want the concealing grass. I want the triobelisk. So that is 3 things to harvest. We can forage anything within range 2 of ourselves. There's also a bunch of sticks over here. Let's start then. We have no water. So let's start with a walk into the sticks and the grass. That way we fill up on our water for standing next to water. Motivation here is great because that's going to allow me to get this food, attack this, and then step across. Now we can forage the fish. We refill on water. We are going to step to here, not step on the spikes, unfortunately. I'm just going to discard the branch. Right, explore gets us across those spikes. Discard the fish. Ah, I was not paying enough attention. I'm going to forage this to get the card out of it. Strange markings on the glyph excite the Slorfs' neurons. Collect, gain 1 action when picking up a card, resource, or XP gem. Give Slorf 1 action, ignore the cost of the next card played. Give Slorf 2 actions plus 1 to food gained when entering a tile that already contains food. I'm going to go with collect, just because there's a lot of stuff that I've wanted around. Here I'm going to discard swipe because we will replenish our water immediately. You're still firing at us? Oh, if Slorf is in line of sight, turret will fire. Otherwise it rotates. I thought it was going to rotate every single turn. Well, I'm going to play collect. I'm going to step to here and to there. I don't want to step on this yet. So clearly I'm taking a little more damage than I would like. Now we need to walk 2 to get to that petroglyph. Recipe for a snack. Then we need a harvest card 1 more time, but for now I'm going to come over here and get this recipe as well. A digging stick. That rotates. I'm going to discard a walk because it's my last food card. 4 food here. Collect doesn't work for food cards. So I'm just going to go 1, 2. And now all I need is my harvest card to get that long grass in a second. There it is. I will discard collect because that's going to hurt me for 1. Then we can forage that for 2. That is everything collected on the field. Oh god. We have to kill the turret to get our camping card. Well, that was something I hadn't really accounted for. We can't harvest you, can we? Can't be foraged. Alright then. We could motivate to not get hurt, but I'd also like to play motivate over here to get some hits in. Either way, someone's getting hurt. Right. Hit you for 1. And then we're going to have to take 2 damage here in one way or the other. It's not going ideally. Swipe there for 1. Discard a walk to take 1 more damage. And then we can play collect here. Kill you. We could go and get this 1 XP, but I don't think it's worth the 2 HP we're going to have to take in order to do that. So, some things are certainly different. That is for sure. So, Hulga's doing alright. It's a red guy that needs a little bit more help. As for crafting, comfy pillows, healing 1 more each camp. Certainly no bad thing. We've got no use for our fur yet. Harvest adjacent tile. The next tile in the line is also harvested. +1 hand size, +1 scouting. We can actually do planning. That actually... I was about to say planning, comfy pillows, cozy fire, but now we actually have more options. Recipe for bandage. Card swipe. Comfy pillows for healing. +2 more max food and a movement slot. The woodshed gives us more sticks, which we're going to want for everything else that we have to make. So let's do that. And then that weirdly long animation there. So now we can go cord supply or comfy pillows. I think comfy pillows is an easy choice. We can still go cord supply. Sure, why not? Give me everything. So bandages needs 1 grass, restore 2 health to Slorf and remove bleeding. Well, I don't think we'll be worrying about bleeding just yet. As for our deck with 4 XP, I would like to upgrade a Explore into a more interesting card, although how does Collect upgrade? Give Slorf 2 actions, gain 1 action when picking up a card, resource or XP gem. Goes from 1 food to 3 food. Very expensive. Right, hike, climb or caution. Give Slorf 1 action, 1 armor. Climb. Give Slorf 3 actions, ignore action and height penalties. Hike gives Slorf 4 actions. I think hike is just too good and versatile not to take. Let's start our next die at the Sniping Shrine. That sounds terrifying. Well, there's a tuba immediately. A nice big lake is great because that means we can use water far more readily. Tumbleweed, obstacle, knock back when melee attacked, drops sticks, harvest or destroy, drops sticks or grass resource. Bunch of flying creatures, petroglyphs, some bug eggs, ripening grub, and the 2 turrets that do need destroying. If Slorf is in line, cannon will fire. If Slorf is in line, turret will fire, otherwise it rotates. Okay, so you can see this guy here has the animating, rotating base icon and also shows the rotating line around the portrait picture in the initiative order. So I'm just going to start with a forage of this tuba. And you can't shoot. You are thorny, which is a problem because we don't have any ranged attacks yet. You might be able to do something with the turrets, but it's going to be trickier. And these tangled roots are going to be 2 to enter whenever we do that, which is also annoying. I'm going to play Collect and get these 2 sets of sticks. End our turn there. Of course, these guys can fly over water. Two actions. Alright, we're going to fly. We're going to not fly. We're going to move to here, replenish our water, and I think we're having to wait for a lot of these guys to come to us. We could move with motivation, but it would have to be 2 and 3 to get across, which is a real pain. I think that's probably worth it if we stand there. Alright, we're in danger over there. That is going to be a problem. So you do 2 actions, poke for 1 damage. We're going to have to hike. I think Killing them is our best start. And then we'll retreat one tile. Over here, I'm going to swipe this guy, get rid of his evade for 1 water cost. I'm hoping that turret might shoot this turret for me, which would be really beneficial. Oh, geez. Killing this thing is going to be a nightmare. Just going to have to hit it. And it's going to hit us, then we're going to hit it once more, I think. That gets dead. That hits us. You fly over, hit them. They rotate again. Right, I really want that ripening grub. So I'm going to play lazy, hit them, and then step back for 5 food. Then hike will give us enough to kill that guy. I don't want to step in line of this turret yet, so I'm just going to end my turn. So the turret enemies are the only ones that remain, unless one spawns out of the eggs up at the top of the map. I'm going to... Is there anything else to forage specifically? Just the Triobelisk, which is ages away. So I'm going to forage this mushroom for food. Then I'm hoping that's going to hit this. I'm going to swipe that for 1 damage. You don't do anything. You shoot your friend, which is exactly what I wanted. Then we'll go lazy via that. That's going to hit again. But we can also collect for like a bunch. But I'm going to discard a stone. You don't do anything. You fire on your friend. Drops XP for us. Then here we can motivate. Do we want to go this way or to that XP there? Let's go this way. We refill on water. Then from here, we can collect for 1 food and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and hit. Then they move. We have refilled on water. Just going to walk onto that. I'm going to walk to here because this thing will rotate clockwise. Now we're out of its way. Let's go with lazy because we have loads of food over here to spare. We learn the recipe for a gazing effigy. Then back here. Pop that. Do I want to motivate over here? I think I'm just going to discard some of these superfluous cards for a second. We will hit that and this because I want the stuff outside of it. All the enemies are clear. We get our camp card, but we can still go away and harvest everything else that's around us. Discard the fish. And I will swipe that. Drop some grass, I think. Here we can hike. Get a bunch of that food. Then we can collect and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Collect doing great work for us today. There's a day fire recipe. Here we can forage this. Prepare. Give Slorf 1 action, plus 1 damage next turn. Dash. Give Slorf 4 actions. No attacking. Card does not reshuffle. Collect. We've already got a copy of. I'm going to take Prepare. That sounds like fun. So the only thing we need to do is get this 1 piece of XP over there. So we can Motivate to there. We refill on water. Get some food just for our extra turns. Now this is a problem, isn't it? Discard the tuber. We're going to have to lazy into there. I'm going to discard collect. And then here we can actually spend our food to do that more efficiently. We can now make camp. Everything's going reasonably okay. So, Red is still very hurt. As for crafting, we can make a training dummy, gain an extra swipe card. We could make some bandages. I don't love it because grass is not the most common thing in the world. Dayfire, aura range 2, reduce food cost by 1. Right, we'll make a bandage. Then we'll make a cozy fire. Then let's go look at our deck. So the bandage is already in. We don't need to swap that in for anything. We have 7 XP. I'm going to upgrade Hike into a 6 action 3 cost Trek. And Swipe into some form of attack. Rush, charge to a target in a straight line with range 3 and attack for 1 damage, plus 1 damage for each tile traveled. Spin, attack all targets in range 1 for 1 damage. Disengage, attack target for 1 damage and move backwards 2 tiles. Enter effects ignored for all but final tiles. Slorf cannot be targeted for the remainder of the round. I'm going to take Spin because we took the Prepared card. So give Slorf 1 action plus 1 damage next turn. So if we can prepare into a Spin, I think that will be very interesting. Alright. Let's go to the Soothing Hive. There is a Grimp Runt right next to us. We are both in line of this turret already, which is its own problem. Mending Glyph over there is incredible. Root Mother spreads tangled roots each turn. Nut Tree is a great resource. A Leaf Pile. Pile of Sticks. Another Root Mother. All kinds of stuff going on. Gustwood pushes enemies, but is pushing us in line with this thing. That's fine for Gorb, because Gorb is going to get pushed out of the 3-tile range. But Hulga is going to need to do something about that. So, for now, I'm going to motivate. Get that. Did not even drop anything for me. And let's go towards that Root Mother. I'm going to stand on this tile so I get pushed onto the petroglyph in a second. Then here. I definitely want to move out of the way of the turret. Unfortunately, there's not a way that I can prepare and then be in line to attack this thing next turn. Although, I do need to attack the turret as well. So, I'm going to get pushed down a tile. So I'm actually going to prepare and stand here. Because then when we get blown down, we learn about the harpoon. Don't think I've seen that one before. They make some roots. They make some roots. This guy moves. You don't have a target. Down here. We don't need to play the bandages yet. Although if we don't have something better to do, we could. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to forage this stack of rocks here. Here, we're next to the Grimp and the leaf pile, so we can spin and hit both of them. Oh, we get pushed into the frickin' way of the laser beam because I forgot to pay attention to stuff. So next turn, we're being pushed to the left. Well, lacking many cards to do much about it, to be honest. I'm just going to stand there for that. Over here, being pushed to the left is fine. I don't actually want to play any of these cards, but we can discard the fish. We'll be pushed to the left, which is not in the way of the turret. I'm going to make this harder to get through, but that's fine. We're being pushed away at the moment. So I'm actually just going to discard a stone and spend Trek over here. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Realizing now that I should have brought Gorb over to the lower left where the mending glyph is, but you know, you live and you learn. We're now being pushed up and to the right next turn. So I'm going to just step once to here. Now we want to attack this root mother as efficiently as possible. So for now that just starts with a walk card. We've been pushed away from the root mother, which is annoying. Now we're being pushed to the right. So we can move down for 2. And here we want to move down for 2 because now we can't be pushed to the right because it's water here. Right, I'm going to prepare here and hit that. Trek would actually let us do enough damage to kill this. So I guess I'm going to do that. It's going to leave us without very much food, but we have plenty of cards to discard. So 1 action, 2 actions, 3 actions for a total of 6 actions. Now up here it's interesting. We must harvest this aloe tree before we can attack the gustwood, which is going to be its own problem. We're being pushed down and to the left, which is no bother, so just bump that. That did 2 damage because of our preparedness earlier. Here, I'm next to water, so I'm going to forage those nuts. We are now being pushed to the left, which is also okay. Gonna destroy that first, though. We're being pushed to the left, which is a tile I want to be on, so let's just discard a free card. Cycle through our hand a little bit. I will motivate to come to here, there, and hit that. Make some more sticks. Right, we need food quite badly. We're being pushed up and to the left next. So I'm going to stand there. Get a nut. Now we do know the recipe for a nut flinger, which is a nut and a grass. Now we don't have any grass right now, which is a shame. Being pushed up and to the right next. And then we're going to be pushed to the right, which means we're going to get pushed into some food, which is good. So I'm going to grab that stick. Discard a nut. Collect will be great once we get to something like this tile here. Doesn't count for food though. Being pushed to the right. Alright, we'll go up to here because we can't be pushed more to the right from there. Here we can discard a card. Now of course we do have to kill that turret on our way up that direction as well. We're running out of food quite quickly. Now we're being pushed down to the right, so that's fine here because we'll go to the nut, but we want to move away from here. So I'm going to go with Trek and go 1, 2. We go 3, 4, 5, 6. Not going to leave much food for Helga though. Let's do this. We will discard bandages. Get pushed back. We gain another nut. As much as I want this guy to get that heal, I think we're going to have to come up here. We're low on water as well, which is going to be its own set of problems. We're being pushed down into the left next. Not really where I want to be. Right, being pushed to the left, so I'm going to walk to there to get pushed across to the mushrooms. Oh god, we have no food. I might just eat a nut. Since we got 2 of them. It hurts less to do it. We need to forage this at great cost to our own health. And now we have a healing pod. We're being pushed up and to the left. I'm going to have to leave that healing thing. What cards are coming? Motivation and Trek are both coming, which is incredible. So we can prepare. Stand here. I'm going to spend 2 food. So we have 2 actions. So I'm going to hit this one. Step there for 2. Then we're going to be pushed into those mushrooms. Then you need motivation more. So up here we can Trek for 6. We do 2 damage. And more. And hit sticks. Then here we can actually prepare and hit that. Then how much do I care about more sticks? Not that much. So we'll grab the XP. Motivate. Hit that for damage. Area is cleared. We can rest at our own leisure. Are we ever going to get this mending glyph or this leaf pile? It's a great question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there anything in that leaf pile? There is not. Hulga is going to heal to 12 at the top of her max health. We have 2 food here. So we can go and get that stick. Note to self, you can forage runes and stuff now. So we did get everything. One of our guys still really quite badly hurt, but we're getting there. We learned a recipe for a harpoon. Go to crafting first. Nothing we can do with any of this. Harpoon. Harvest a tile within range 4. A claw, a grass, and 2 sticks. Right, well, not much for crafting right now. As for leveling up stuff, how do you change? Attack all targets in range 2 for 1 damage. I kind of love it, especially with our other upgrade, the prepare card. And here, harvest a tile within range 3. Let's grab that. Eventually we want to get rid of one of these lazies. But that's going to have to wait till next time. For now, thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing and hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. If you want to come and learn more about the game or make suggestions, you can come over to the ZOR Pilgrimage of the Slorf Discord. I think there's a link down below for that. If not, I will try and remember to put one there. Otherwise, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.